how important are climate and environmental issues to you?
I mean, as far as Canada goes, I'm not quite concerned. Our nation, what we're actually outputting is as bad as what the environment is outputting as far as our trees and our forests and stuff go. I think when it comes to environmental issues, you have to look at a lot of countries like fast-growing third world nations, obviously India, a lot of African countries that don't even have waterway systems, that don't even have garbage plants. My sister lived in India for a number of years, and they literally just burn their plastics on the side of the road. So I definitely think that, it's important for us to take personal responsibility, but I also think that there's lots of other nations that need more support.
I think our reliance on other people's source of energy, i.e. overseas, we should be looking at our own backyard for having better resources that we can, supply to our own country and not having to worry about things coming into our country that sort of put us behind, i.e. microchips. I'm not using it as an environmental perspective, but oil and gas, things like that. I think we should be using our own resources to supply our own country.
And I feel more that our youth is starting to take note that that we have to start focusing on it eventually. Like, we have to start now or it'll just keep getting worse and worse.
Everyone has growing concerns about the environment and the climate and climate change. And I think that these are all things that we should all consider and keep in mind in our daily lives and just try to reduce our own footprint. Like I myself, I'm vegan, and that's one way that I've chosen to reduce my footprint.
It's very important. I think we totally have to be on the ball with it. I think it's a proven fact that climate's changing, and we need to do our part to make the world a livable place in the future. So I definitely think it's important.
Very important. I don't think anybody can ignore the environmental situation. I don't know that, the way things are being handled now, again, I feel like some of these issues are being politicized. Everybody has a role to play. Now, to which extent do government have to mandate these rules? That's a different topic, I guess, or something for another day maybe. But I guess everybody should be worried about the environment somewhere, for sure.
Extremely so. If we don't have a healthy planet, we're not going to survive.
What do you think we should be doing?
Oh, I think we should be looking at first everybody, what can individuals do, and then what can communities do, and beyond that.
Very important. I'm personally vegan for the environment, just because I see how bad that the meat and industry is for the environment, and I try to reuse things, even plastic cutlery I put through the dishwasher so I can reuse it sometimes. So,
yeah, I agree with her too. I think especially we've been given this planet to look after, and we need to be good stewards of it. So whatever we can do to help that, I think it's very important.
For me, very, very important. I think climate and environmental issues, need to be at the forefront. We need to leave a planet that is viable for my children, my grandchildren. So I don't think it's reached the point where we need to be. I do understand the importance of economic stability and sustainability, but it can't be at the expense of environmental issues.
Climate and environmental issues are extremely important to me. I'm a Bahamian, and our country is smack dab right in the middle of the usual route that a lot of hurricanes come through. So global warming and all of the other climate issues are very important to us, because if there is another big, huge hurricane like last time, I don't know how our country's going to respond to it.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, because we both from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I would say very important, and I would say that that comes from my children. I have 2 grown daughters and now a granddaughter, and they are always talking to us about the environment and how we need to save this planet for the future and for them and for our grandchildren. So we really try to do our best to be on top of that, and I think the younger generation is more into it than the older generation is, and we need to learn from them and listen to them. Just even little things like take your water bottle, not your plastic bottle, and refill it, and they're starting to instill that into us.
They're really important. They are a really important part of our lives, and we try to, first of all, recycle. We come from a country that doesn't usually recycle at home. Your trash, you don't separate them. So coming here and seeing everyone doing it, it's for us a huge change in the culture. We also try to avoid one-time use products and as well as, well, we walk, we use public transportation, and we care for the companies that care for the environment.
Well, everything that we do should have the environment in mind. For example, your use of plastic, your use of extra packaging that doesn't need to be used, your consumption generally.
Continuing extraction of fossil fuels is, we should be working a lot harder as a nation to put that behind us. Knowing, of course, that if you don't have the support of Russia and India and China, our contributions to that effort is really restricted.